Okay, so Zach, Matt, and Zach, first things first. How's everything going in beautiful Delta, Ohio? You hanging in there, buddy?
Yep, hanging in there. Hanging in there. Just waiting until that noon announcement.
Yeah, so OHSAA is having they're having a press conference today, and the press conference will be about what the fate of the winter sports tournaments are. Obviously, we know that doesn't look very good right now, but
Yep.
first things first. Where were you when you heard the news?
I was actually at school, and when they first announced it, and my dad actually drove to school and told me. That way I didn't find out from other kids.
So you didn't have to find out from Twitter. You found out directly from your dad.
Yes. Yep. Yep.
I'd rather have that. Wouldn't you rather have that?
I was very happy that he did that.
Yeah, that's tough. And then right away, did your dad say? Obviously, your dad knows more than all of us know.
Right away, I obviously was really upset, and then I kind of just asked him whether it was reasonable that they were doing this or justifiable, and he said yes, which I wasn't expecting him to say that. So, but
That kind of like confirmed it to you at that point, didn't it? That you knew that this probably wasn't going to happen.
even if this died down in the next week and a half or so, I figured that it wouldn't happen because 600 and something kids in the Shot and Scene Center can't be rented out just whoever and whenever they want. They're obviously on a schedule. So logistically, I thought it'd be a nightmare to reschedule. But then with this virus still raging, it's not happening.
Do you think most high school kids understand the word logistics like you just used and understand that the arena just isn't at their beck and call? Do you think a lot of kids understand that? Be honest.
I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think a lot of kids understand that. I'm gonna be honest with you. Do you think your dad explained that to you, or you just figured that out because you're kind of worldly? You guys do a lot of traveling. Your dad's a doctor. You're an intelligent individual. Where do you come to that conclusion from?
Well, I talked to him about the virus spreading and how dangerous that was in that aspect, that they weren't going to reschedule. But then I just know there's 3 divisions, so I just kind of did the math and figured it out and looked at it like that.
What is our total? What's our total amount of wrestlers? It's 14 times 16 times 3, right?
Is it 660 maybe? It's in the 600s, I believe.
Is it 600s? Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of athletes. That's double the NCAAs, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
NCAA says 30.
330, right? When you look at the whole situation, though, like how much has your dad talked to you about it? How much are you guys talking about it as a family as far as this is for real and this is not something where, oh, you're young, you got a strong immune system, you're healthy. I'm guessing he's not letting you guys take that route at all.
No, actually, I don't know if he's worried about us getting it per se, but like my grandma and grandpa's, my grandma's with us, staying with us right now, and so if we would have it, that means she would probably get it, and that it'd be silly to act like we're not gonna pass it on to anyone, even if we did have it and it didn't hurt us. So.
Yeah, it's like reckless thinking. I asked him that. I said, is a good way to think about it like you actually have it and you're trying not to give it to other people. And he actually said that's probably not a bad way to look at it. Tervel Delagnev said to me, if the 330 athletes at NCAAs, if they asked him if they would wrestle it, he said 300 of them would probably wrestle it. If they gave you the choice to go wrestle this tournament, would you wrestle it right now?
Absolutely. If I actually would just wrestle it in my barn, I know a couple of my buddies were trying to, they said if it cancels, they're going to text the top kids in their weight class and just try to wrestle them outside of it. So I'm sure they would wrestle I'm sure they would be willing to wrestle in the Shot and Scene if they said you could have it, even if it meant getting quarantined from everyone for 14 days.
Okay, you are a massive 113 pounder. When I see you, you're my example when I talk to people. I want you to know that. I'm like, look at Matt, and he's massive at 113 pounds. And then when I look at you, You can see every muscle fiber and muscle striation. I mean, dude, you're shredded. You're pulling some weight. You know what I mean? And you're obviously super fit as well. But, you know, like, you got to do some workouts. You got to do something. You guys have a mat room, don't you?
We do. Out in we have a barn out on our property, and then so I can practice with Drew and Cole. But right now, there's no contact with the coaches or teams.
It's crazy. So to keep your weight down, being massive, it's got to be diet, it's got to be running, and you're doing other things. But today, when they make the announcements, what's the first meal you're gonna have?
I don't know. My grandma brought some cookies over, so probably gonna have some more of those.
You're gonna jump in on those cookies, huh?
Yes.
Okay. I know that the Mattins become when it becomes to competition between the brothers, you become cavemen. You don't become pre-med students anymore. Who's at the top of the pile? Give it to me. Let's go. Fight. Oh, he's raising his hand back there. Who is that, Cole?
That's Drew.
That's Drew? No, that's Cole behind you, isn't it? Or is that Drew? Who is it?
That's Drew.
Drew, are you at the top of the pile?
Of course.
Can you get the old man? Can you get the old man yet? Can anybody get the old man?
That's been a few years past.
I love it. Okay. Do you guys still fight a lot, or do you get along?
We don't fight a ton, I'd say. We wrestle a lot, like in the living room and stuff. We just mess around with each other like that. But then Cole and I had a wrestling match the other night, actually, in the living room. So.
Who won?
Oh, I did, of course. I'm just kidding.
Oh, dude, I know you're catching a lot of beatdowns. All right, for the foreseen future, do you think is Delta going to have school, or are you guys going to go back to school, or what are you guys hearing about that?
With Governor DeWine, he's mentioned it a couple times that he thinks it's possible we don't go back to school at all.
All right. I know you guys are really good students. Does that excite you? Does it bum you out? What's your feeling when you hear stuff like that?
I'm not sure actually, because I think I'll know more on Tuesday when we start our online schooling. So I assume the teachers are going to be reasonable, but we had in 2015 we had we had a blizzard or whatever when the weather was super bad. We had to do some online schooling, and I remember it was very terrible. So if it's anything like that, I wish I'd rather just be in school.
Blizzard bags? Is that what they call them?
Blizzard bag, yep.
But was that just like they gave you a bunch of assignments and you did them? This is all on you. Do you have Chromebooks? What do you guys have at Delta?
So half of our freshmen and sophomores all have MacBooks.
They have MacBooks?
Yes, and so they have them all the way down in junior high. So our grade still has iPads, though, like these old iPads, and we were the last grade before they switched over to MacBooks.
Do you have the keyboard that comes with it, or do you have to type all of it on there?
No, I have to type it on there. Look, I actually brought my own computer up here, and I can log in on that stuff, so I shouldn't have to use my iPad too much.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. So, what's next for you? What's the next thing you guys get to do? Or you just stay locked down and just hunker down?
Wrestling wise, or just
what's the next actual? Is NHSCA is the actual next wrestling event I think you guys can actually go to?
They moved it back. They moved it back to the end of May, I believe.
Yeah. So that's the actual next schedule. Would you go to that? I guess is my question.
I'm not sure yet, honestly. Because I know USA Wrestling Ohio just canceled everything through April, and then they said their state tournaments just can be open. So
I don't know what that means. What's that mean? Is it just like the cadets and juniors are together?
No. So usually for the freestyle state tournament, you have to go to a qualifier.
Everybody just shows up to the state. Got it.
Now they're just saying there's no qualifiers. You can just show up.
Is Fargo on the slate for you? If Fargo happens.
Yeah, I was going to say, if Fargo happens, I would like to wrestle there, but I don't know. 113,
120, 126. What's the weight?
Probably 120.
120? Dude, if you make 113 this summer, I don't know how you're doing that. Okay. Highlight of the season. Let's just talk that real quick. you had two huge wins in the finals of two big tournaments, right? Two of the bigger tournaments in Ohio, Maumee Bay, and then you won a barn burner in the Medina finals. What was your favorite match? Maybe a match I didn't see, but like, what was the highlight of the season this year for you, Zach?
Highlight of the season, probably, I want to say my first match, just because the kid I wrestled beat me earlier in the year.
What was your first match? What was that?
Gessler.
Okay. Nolan Gessler?
Yes.
He was your first match of the year?
First match.
Where was that?
We went to Marysville, duels, and we matched up with Graham first round.
Are you serious?
Yes.
And you beat Nolan Gessler?
Yes.
So you beat Gessler, Crosby, and Moon this year?
Yes.
You beat the number one guy in all the other divisions?
I think so.
Yeah, no, you did. I'm telling you did.
Oh, okay. I'm trying not to look at those rankings.
So I didn't even know you beat Gessler. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I had been looking forward to that match all of last year, obviously, and then over the summer, so I was excited.
Did you have a concussion after Crosby bombed you on your head?
No, I didn't, luckily. He threw pretty hard.
Dude, did you see my video angle of it? You got bombed.
I did. It was a good video.
You getting bounced off your head's not a good video, but I had a good angle, I guess. I don't know what to say. All right, you got anything else for me?
I do not have anything. Drew wants me to tell you I didn't get taken down off of it, though. So
No, we didn't. No, you wrestled through the position, and you won on a ride-out, which
Yes.
apparently I forgot in the interview within an hour of it, I guess. Which is bad on me. So, all right, stick around a little bit. I'm going to cut this live video. I'm going to cut this. Stick around for a little bit, all right?
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you, buddy, all right?